Welcome back to Just Start. I'm on Flash Roll Flip. This is episode 3, solopod 2. A few things I really wanted to say about this one really fast. This one can be a little more short. I don't think there's a whole lot that needs to be said in this episode so far, but also going forward, the goal is to have these be no longer than 22 minutes. So, one thing that I really wanted to talk about was the last podcast and why it took so long to get up. Um, I think I did the first one, I recorded the first one with Dylan early March, and it took like a few weeks to get out after that. Um, and some kind of similar struggles I was having getting that one actually out. But this second one that I recorded just myself was even ridiculously much more longer. I do want to say really fast also as well, like I've been dealing with COVID for the past couple of days. And then this is like the second time that I'm recording this because last night after I heard the way this went down, after I was rewatching it, there was way too much mumbling. I looked exhausted and just really wasn't in a state to where I really wanted to put it out. Beyond the just start, just putting it out there. Um, So yeah, so that's the first thing. So I mean, if I sound tired or if I sound like my voice is too rough or anything like that, like that's where I'm at. But yeah, okay, back to it. So I had a few things that I wanted to say to my future self about this. In any case where I'm having trouble uploading, re-rendering, anything like that. I don't think I will anymore because I kind of went through this whole process like a week and a half of just like struggling to get this thing out. Um, but in any case, I'm going to walk you through a few of the things that I had to get done just to get this one out. First thing was first, like I said, the first podcast I had with Dylan, I had some trouble with that as well, but I managed to finesse it somehow, and I was super pumped. Like, okay, I got it out now. Um, Maybe it was just like getting the system kind of warmed up, which is in retrospect a ridiculous kind of thing. Like, hey, I'm gonna get this video out, but I managed to trick the system, so the system managed to like let me through. And we're not talking about like things where have there's human error involved. It's literally just a computer. So yeah, no shot. Yeah, I don't know. So the first thing that I kind of found out. The first thing I thought after the first episode was like, okay, I don't think my computer's strong enough. But like I said, I just managed to finesse it out. I was like, okay, if I upgrade my hardware, I'll be able to. I won't run into this problem again. I think it was just a matter of like my computer wasn't powerful enough, and I was trying to edit or try to render out a 38-minute video. But it took like over an hour and a half to encode. But then, at the end of it, the encoding, it would be like, yeah, no, it's not going to actually produce a file that you can actually read or view on your laptop. So I was like, okay, cool. I finessed the video. Let me get it out. Let me upgrade my computer. So I went and bought a new computer. And when it came time to actually editing the last video, to recording it, I put it in Premiere Pro and worked on editing and everything like that. But it didn't actually. After trying exporting it, I was like, saw that same issue was happening where the video that I put out was not being able to be read or read by my computer pretty much. So I couldn't actually upload. I couldn't see anything. And I was really confused. So I went through so much troubleshooting. Um, I used ChatGPT. I used a bunch of I used ChatGPT. I used Reddit. I used different people, and still, like, I was having trouble um, encoding this video to where I could actually like view this in a different platform. Um, so I was really lost. I was like, I'm talking, get home from work after working out, and then just getting here and it's like sitting down after eating and being like, I don't know what's happening. Um, Tried everything. Like Adobe has two different kind of softwares. There's Premiere Pro, and then there's the media encoder. And from what I understand, like the Premiere Pro is more for like editing the videos, and you can kind of render those videos out. And from there, it should use more of like your hardware, like your laptop itself, your computer itself, to encode the videos to where you can actually watch them later. Media encoder is like you kind of like take the file from Premiere Pro and it does something different, and encodes the media through the software. I think is what I was able to understand. Maybe I'm wrong. Not a whole lot of understanding on like the technicalities of this, but I know what gets me there. Now, anyway. So, I was doing a plethora of things like breaking up the video in half, rendering the first half, rendering the second half. And then so I get like two complete halves of the video, but now I need to put them together. Um, so I tried doing that, render the first half, render the second half in Premiere Pro. Now I have two halves of video, put it back together in a timeline, try to render that thing out in Premiere Pro, didn't work. Try using the same two halves of the video here, and then using Media Encoder to render the video out, didn't work. I thought that was maybe a file issue with the file itself, and so and the different components of it. So I tried taking off all the different elements and effects that I had on the video. I took off the color grading on it, which wasn't even complex. It was just like a little few curves. I tried taking off the logo that's like kind of spinning around. Didn't work. I tried taking out the background, just making the full, like, 100, like 100% view video of this thing. It didn't work. I tried, like I said, I thought it was a file issue. So I was like, okay, maybe the file that I have the video, the actual video, the content of the video was like wrong format, and I found out that using a photo booth on my laptop, it's gonna export it as a .mov file, and apparently it's not so. Premiere Pro isn't so friendly with it, so I was like, okay, so how do I turn my .mov file into a .mp4? And then I was like, what can I do here? Okay, I know I can. First, I tried using OBS, which is what I'm using now to record this video, to record my screen, and then I used that, exported that out, and the export of that file was an MP4. So I was like, okay, let me try to put this into Premiere Pro and try to like, whatever, just the video. Nothing didn't work either. So then I was like, okay, let me try to use Media Encoder for using the MP4 file from Premiere Pro. Let me put this in here and just let me export this, and didn't work. So then I tried using downloaded something called Shutter Encoder, which pretty much is I uploaded the file to Shutter Encoder and try to change that from an MOV file to an MP4 file, and then and I was like, okay, I was able to see that it was now an MP4 file. Um, Put that into Premiere Pro, didn't work. Used the media encoder, didn't work. Split the video in half using the new file and generated two halves. Put and full video, full half of it of the full halves of videos that were individually working. Put those into Premiere Pro. Exported those, didn't work. Used the same thing. Used the file from Premiere Pro to use media encoder, didn't work. At this point, I'm really confused because I was very sure that media encoder would work that way, and it was like I'm like 95% sure. This is the problem not writing it down when it came out. I was able to get the first video out. I wasn't able to. I didn't remember exactly how I got it out, and that's totally on me. Totally on me. I think that this whole process of getting the second video out was like, I figured out how to do it now. I don't think I'll forget how to do it. I know what to look for. But like I said, after that, all that stuff, it didn't work. It didn't work. So I was really. confused, upset, everything because I was like, okay, I managed to get it out the first time. How come I can't do it the second time? The first time was obviously a fluke. I don't know what I did. But then I reached out to another guy. His name was Jordan. I think I might have referred to him in the last description of the description of the last video. He he was able to give me a few pointers about how to make myself look better, how to in terms of lighting and grading and things like that. Showed me a video and really provided me some pointers, and I'm really grateful for that. He knows a lot more about film and things of that nature than I would know. So I reached out to him, asking him questions about what I needed to do about this, and what he suggested. He has suggested a few things, but I mean, I showed him all my settings and everything like that. He was like, "Oh, this is fine." But the one thing he did mention that I didn't really think about, I mean, I guess I had thought about it, but I hadn't really given it much thought, was something was wrong with where I was actually trying to get my videos encoded into. And so the thing I was thinking was like something's wrong with this drive that I'm using. Something's wrong with it. Like otherwise it would like it should be fine. And he was like, yeah, I mean maybe something's wrong with the drive. And I was like, yeah, like it has to be at this point. It absolutely has to be. Look up some other things. And apparently I had the file the size of my drive was totally fine. Like it's actually just the type of drive it is. I guess it only encodes. There's a max single file size of 4 GB on that thing. And I was losing my mind because the file size was like 4.6 GB or something like that. Just over like what I thought. And so I thought that, having that file, like it was going to be there wouldn't be a single file issue size. Single file issue. Single file size issue. Um But sure enough, yeah, I mean, that's what caused me like a week and a half of like headaches and me banging my head against the desk. Um, so yeah, I mean, it was underneath my nose and something I guess I considered, but it took me hearing from somebody else that knows better than I do in this field that what it could have been. So shout out Jordan, thank you so much for helping me out, man. I really appreciate you. Yeah, so that's what took so long with the last video, and here going out, I think that the thing that will be helpful is I have to reformat the drive. If I can reformat the drive, then I'll do that, and I'll do that today. If not, then I'm just gonna like upload it or render it to my computer for now. I think I have enough storage on here for a little bit, and buy a new drive. But yeah, I guess if you're having issues like rendering like longer format videos, 38-minute videos, 30 plus minute video, whatever, then I think it's going to be easier just to get it um, downloaded to your computer until you can find a place where you can like your drive will like be able to hold it or whatever. Um, yeah, yeah. Uh, Unbelievably simple fix, honestly, really embarrassing. But like I said, that kind of issue really shouldn't stop me from getting another video out again because like now I know. So yeah, that's like kind of the main thing I really want to talk about today. Thank you for your patience if you watch the video. Um, really, really, really appreciative of that. The next thing I really wanted to say was the way that this has been going so far. I've been able to get 2 videos out in like a month and a half. Like that's fucking crazy. Like it's not gonna work like that. I'm gonna be on this thing every single day. I've got my schedule worked out from now, like what this is gonna look like. I got more people lined up to do interviews and stuff, and I'm really excited to get those interviews out. I think my next interview is going to be it'll be next week, Wednesday, and from there on out, it should be not. I should be just knocking them down, and I should be able to. I'm really hoping to pick up a lot of information, a lot of learning from this process. Because there's a lot that I'm seeing that I really need to get after it in a different way. I have a lot of initiative to get these things done and everything like that, but the main thing is being like the same issue with the video and how I just didn't know what questions to ask, and I only knew which question to ask after a lot of trial and error. So, in terms of making this thing a more stable thing, something I can really do and pursue fully, I just gotta to keep knocking these things down. So. I'm really excited to talk about these things with future people, and I'm really, if you are listening to this and we've already scheduled something, I'm really appreciative to you for taking the time to be able to talk to me a little bit more, and I can't wait to talk more and learn more from you guys. If you guys have any questions that you want to see, let me know in the comments, and I got my own questions, so we'll see if in due time in the future if I've asked the right questions for myself and for what I want to do. And I think that goes with like with everything. If you're ever watching these videos and you have any questions, like I'm still I could read these comments for now, so we'll see. Um, one thing I also wanted so back on that, since I haven't been able to get these things knocked down just yet, like this thing is not up and going yet. I give myself about 4 weeks of any kind of given habit to build. Like once I've been at it for 4 weeks, I think like it's kind of set into my practice and what I'm doing in my routine. So I got about a good 3 weeks left of this thing. Like this video is gonna get up on Friday. Um, and from then on out, I kind of get one more week down, interview next Wednesday, and then get that up. Like edit that Wednesday night, Thursday, and then get it up Friday, and then that'll be week two. And then following week will be another solo pod episode. Um, and then that'll be 2 weeks, or wait, that'll be 2 weeks. No, that'll be 3 weeks. And then next week after that, somebody else is gonna be on here, and then that'll be 3 week. Or I don't know how to count. Jesus, this week solo pod, guest pod, solo pod, guest pod. Then that's up, and then and then I'm on that. I'm on that. So. I'm really glad have gotten most of what I think the bigger kinks are out of the way. And yeah, I mean from here on out, I think we're really rolling. Like I said, I want to keep this thing to 22 minutes. These solo pod episodes, I don't think that they're gonna be super long anymore. I don't think they need to be 38 minutes. I think the first one was just kind of getting my foothold in this thing and kind of explaining what I'm about. But I think the rest of these things should be more niche things, more things that I've been seeing and everything. But like I said, I've been dealing with being sick the past couple of days. Had to ask off, and I was first day I was like, I got home early, and I was like I was just like I don't feel well at all. Next day I woke up, I was like I'm gonna go to the doctor. They told me I get COVID, and I was like, oh my God, sweet, super cool. And I was miserable sleeping all day, and then just drenched and so sweaty, just sweating through my sheets. I had to wash them. Um, yeah, and I think it's crazy because like since I've been sick, I've had like the lowest screen time on my phone I've had in forever, and I don't know why that is. Like I'm not like avoiding being on my phone as much as I wish I would be, but it's been I don't know how I'm sick and home and have less screen time than I would be if I'm like doing my regular routine. That's crazy. That's I think that says something to how I'm going about my normal life. And like I said, I'm trying to stay away from my phone because it's taking up so much of my time and like it's fucking ridiculous and it's really honestly not okay. Um, it's like one of those habits I picked up, I guess, when I was like a teenager, and I was like, it just stuck with me, and I refuse to let it be the rest of my life. Um, But yeah, I mean, this one thing with being sick is you gotta like I've been doing, I guess. What I've been doing is I have been like looking at myself more a lot, and it's like I'm a lot of things that I'm not comfortable with, and it's like a lot of things that I can't believe I'm at where I'm at, and I think a lot of life gets in the way, but you can't let it get in the way. I can't let it get in the way. You can't let it get in the way. Because like this is our life. This is your life. This is my life. This is what we're doing. And if this is you're letting me get in the way, that is your life. When you look back on your life 5, 10 years from now, you're gonna like look at yourself and you're gonna have to say, as much as I don't want to admit it, I let this life get in the way of what I wanted to do. And that's not okay. It's just not. Um, so what are you going to do about it? That's the question, truly. It's the question. I think there's this one quote I'm gonna throw up here really fast. I think we're running out of time. That I think books are so cool. I think I'm trying to find more time to read. And there's a quote from Dune that I really like right here. Let me see if I can find it on my laptop while I'm still. Yeah, so that I'm gonna rub your face in things you try to avoid. I don't find it strange that all you want to believe is only that which comforts you. How else do humans invent the traps that betray us into mediocrity? How else do we define cowardice? And dude, that book series is insane. Like there's a lot of good things, a lot of things that really make you question how great do you think you are? And that there's been times today getting ready to record this thing where I had to pull myself away. It's like from what I was like leaning and itching to do. Looking at yourself in the mirror is super hard, and I really hope it's not picking that up right now. But any world where you're doing something where you don't want to be doing it, or your life isn't exactly what you want it to be, like you gotta go make it for yourself, man. And I've been listening to a lot of. If you feel like you're overstocked, man, I think one book you should really go listen to is or read is Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey. That book is insane. I'm listening to it right now, and it's like it. There's a lot. There's a lot of things that I really want to do in my life, and I this book really inspires me and pushes me to really, really go get it. In any case, maybe you should check that book out. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I love you guys. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you guys later.